Hello everybody. I hope that you're doing well. It's Kristen and Nico, and we're here to share what wants to be shared for the energies of this week of January 6th through the 12th. I hope that you've had a lovely new year, that you had a chance to reboot, refresh, and recognize that there is a clean slate upon us. So here we go. Get this tail out of my way. Nico loves to come and be here. The moment he hears the video on, he wants to come and be here with you. All right. Welcome to In the Good. All right. Projections. So when I see this card, what comes through really clear is not bringing in the projections of the last year into this new year. So not projecting what you don't want to project, not mirroring what wants to be left behind and dragging it along into this new year, by its coattails. And I'm feeling this like, I'm gonna make this work, or, oh, I wanna leave this behind, but I somehow still feel this energy with me. And what I want to say is it's okay to just gently let go. And if that feels difficult or not possible, or there's a blockage or some kind of stuck energy around it, don't try to let it go, because I think that could be causing resistance. I will let this go. This is going to be different. This will not follow me. Just take a deep breath and simply say, I'm open to letting go what needs to be let go, and surrendering to allowing it to let go in whatever way it needs to. Maybe just letting something go gently into the night. There's nothing that you have to do to let it go. There's no big ta-da or dramatic moment around it. It's just an acknowledgement and a self-awareness piece within yourself that I am not going to stare into the empty void, the nothingness, the not knowing of what's coming next in this year ahead. And I'm not going to project what I don't want to bring in, what went wrong, how I want to be different. It's not trying to do any of those things. It's just being yourself. Just taking a deep breath, just taking a moment of pause and acknowledging I'm just going to be myself, and I'm going to trust that I've already done work. I've already acknowledged I want to let this go. I'm acknowledging I want things to be different, and that's simply enough. Let's grab tarot on this. And what else? Okay. 9 of Cups. You don't want to feel like you're, in a stagnant place because you're just kind of resting on your laurels. This is comfortable, this feels good, even though something that feels comfortable or feels good is not what you want. It's not what you want to project into this new year. It's not what you want to project in, it's almost, I want to say for some of you, last year was supposed to be a certain way, or you had planned it to be a certain way, or wanted it, or maybe we're even taking a certain amount of action steps, and some things didn't turn out the way that you thought. Well, did they really not turn out the way you thought? Was it a piece or a part of the process of which takes you in the forward movement of where you want to be, and maybe things just didn't quite look like you thought they were going to look? And can we acknowledge where things may have turned out even a little bit better, or surprisingly, something surprised you? And to let go of what you didn't get this year that you planned, relationship-wise, career-wise, spiritual development-wise, personal growth-wise, environment-wise. and feeling like maybe you got exactly what you needed. And sometimes sitting in the comfort and being what you think might be lazy, or I think some of you might resonate with, at some point I had to kind of give up because it was taking too much of my energy, that where you were wanting to go or what changes you wanted to make, the way you were going about it was taking up too much energy mentally, physically, spiritually. You didn't have the capacity to keep going in this way. And I want you to recognize that that's part of the process of where you want to go, that seeing what doesn't work is valuable, is just as valuable as seeing what does work. And even in adjustment to, I want to go over here, I want to do this, I want to bring this into my life. But I think that finding the very nuanced and very specific and subtle clarities about that. Like, I want to bring in relationship, but oh, this is the kind of person I want to bring in. And these specific nuances around that person's emotional availability, how they treat you, how they treat themselves, how they are within their own self-awareness process. That's going to resonate with some of you. So it's both, right? Sometimes it's about, I'm going to give up trying so hard to change, to make things work, to get where I want to go, to transform. And then in that pause, in that I'm just going to stop, being able to look at the different pieces, maybe this coming apart, the things that have been fragmented in your life, or the fragments of yourself, the pieces of yourself. How do I want to put things back together? And this is, right here, this person looks like they have a lot of resolve. It's like, I'm okay with sitting still with what is and being proud of what I've accomplished, and proud of what's in my life, even if I want to change it, even if, the things that I have wished and wanted for, that have some of which have been achieved, some of which haven't been achieved, I can be okay and rest with that. But then after the time of rest, the time of pause, the time of recognition, the time of processing, and in discovery of what that clarity really is about moving forward, what I really want, what I'm really calling into in a very specific and nuanced way, how do I then begin to move forward with those action steps now? Right, here's the Knight of Wands, here's the action steps, right? After acknowledging yourself, after being proud of yourself, after taking whatever time that you might have felt, oh God, I have to just stop, or this isn't working, I need to just stop and relax. Then after gathering energy, after looking at the fragmented pieces, like a mosaic, right? You're breaking the glass, you're breaking the plates. I don't need these anymore. But instead of just throwing it away, you're breaking it up and rearranging and moving forward very passionately, very creatively, very intensely, with a lot of direct energy. Clear direction. And 9 months, 9 years, it could be very much, a lot of you could have been in a relationship, a work relationship, a relationship with your work for 9 years, or a relationship with a person, whether it be a lover or a friend or a family member, something that's been going around 9 years. Perhaps you've lived at a place for 9 years and now it's about relocation. And in the last 9 months or so-ish, there's that recognition of, okay, I'm shifting from this. How do I do it? Maybe some of you have just done it at the end of 2024, or there's been a planning of it and you're about to do it. Or it's simply even, I know I have to. I have put this off. I've rested here. I couldn't move from this job. I couldn't move from this relationship right now. I couldn't move from this piece of myself, this old cycle, this way of being, because I needed to hold on to it a little bit longer, because it was serving a purpose. But now I have the strength, stamina, the energetic capacity. I have the inner resource and the outer resource. Some of you have really gathered a new tribe around you, new communities. And with the Fool, you're absolutely at a place of a new beginning and a new adventure. Really, this is about shedding. It's almost like you're collecting all this, right? I've got all this, I've earned all this. And then I'm letting it all go because I don't need this anymore. I don't need to. Some of you will resonate with, I don't need everybody to see my accomplishments because I see my accomplishments. I don't need to have this wall of trophies or recognitions that the world is sort of pointing to, or certain people are pointing to, or my parents or family. This is the kind of recognition, and the trophies can be a certain amount of salary that you get paid, or a kind of insurance that you get from your job, or some kind of retirement plan, or it could be literally, recognitions from your job and bonuses. For some of you, this is a lover, or again, friendships where people, it's almost like a little bit of a competition around, okay, I did that, I got that promotion, I got that bonus. My boss is telling me that I'm their right hand. I'm the most important person. And it's like people that need all this external stuff and they really don't feel good within themselves, but you didn't recognize that. It was like, oh, they've got more than me, they're getting more than me, they're being seen more than me. And I think it's coming to this place of freshness, of jumping into the own. It's like I see myself first. I see myself first. And it's wonderful to have these recognitions and to be seen by others. And of course we want that, but it's this deep knowingness of, I have to see myself first. And then that is going to propel others to really be able to see you in, again, the subtleness and the nuances of what you have to offer. Not just the surface level, but the very specific niche. What it is specifically about you that makes you completely unique to anybody else. And again, it's not taking very much with you. This Fool in this deck, because of this mask, it's like you have spent a lot of internal time in recognition of yourself. It's kind of like a little bit going into the cave, a little bit into the dark. It feels very hermit-like to me, this Fool. Shadow work. The work of looking at what you have been hiding from yourself. And for a lot of you, what you've been hiding from yourself is what brings you joy, and how you want to manifest that in the relationships in your life and the environments that surround you. How do I bring myself into a place where there is joy every single day? And it could be on a spectrum, because it's crazy. We're not all going to be happy 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, but there can be a place of having, a general contentment, a general I'm happy, without this constant disruption. For some of you, you've been around a lot of people and environments that they just cause a lot of disruption all the time, and it has prevented you from getting clear. It's almost like having too many voices speaking to you all at once. And with the Emperor here, I feel like these two are coming together, where you're taking these actions, this direction, this masculine energy that we all have within us. And it's about working with this masculine energy of, I'm getting clear on the actions that I'm taking because I want to step into a leadership role because I'm ready for it. And I have mastered. And by mastered, I mean mastered in the time and place of which you are ready, right? Because we're always in the process of becoming more and more a master of something, right? We accomplish something and then we want more, we want to learn more. And for a lot of you, you have switched up mentors this year. You've decided to take other classes this year. You want to get other certifications. And again, it's not to put trophies on the wall. It's because I really want to know more about this. I really want to add this to my wisdom collection. I really want to help people in this way, or I want to be able to contribute to my work in this way, or I want to be able to help my children and my family in this way. I want to be a better lover, a better partner in this way. So I'm going to go and I'm going to be taking certain workshops and maybe working with certain coaches or therapists, or gathering certain friends around me that have amazing relationships. Whatever it is, it's collecting the wisdom of how to have models around what you want to do next. But also it's this desire, this like deep curiosity, this playfulness, like a child to learn more about something. It's about several things in your life. And there's a stubbornness, right? There is a little bit of a competition that can be very healthy within yourself and with other people, that is very inspiring and propels you in this place of wanting to learn more. But it's not competitive, like I need this or I'm going to feel bad about myself, or you did me wrong, or you always have to win and now I have to get you. No, it's even if that person projects that onto you, even if you have felt that way in the past, it's about letting that go and like, no, I'm just getting down with wanting to be my best. And there's also something about really wanting to have this confidence within yourself, on wanting to level yourself up and really learn something that's going to make you feel confident about getting to this next level. Let's grab one more. What's up for the week? What's up for this week? In the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands, this clarity around yourself. This is stepping into your own personal truth and sharing that personal truth in every aspect of your life. You're throwing these out there. You're throwing the wands out there. It's like, and I'm going to try different things. In my personal truth, in my authenticity, I'm going to speak what I have to say, and I'm just going to trust that what I have learned up until now is going to serve me in exactly what I need it to serve me. That there's nothing else that is going to make me better. I am good enough right now. You are good enough right now. You have what it takes. And anything more that you want to jump into, that you want to learn about, that you want to, coming into the unknown to learn about something, again, is simply for your bliss and for your joy. And because of this healthy kind of like competition with yourself to just be your best. So go out there this first week. Take this first week as a liminal space, as a time between, to get to understand the feeling of this year. Don't feel the need to rush. Have a lot of self-care. We're coming off a lot of holiday stuff. You might want to do a little bit of a food detox, drink a lot of water, jump back into doing whatever kind of movement practice that you have, going to the gym, to yoga, to Pilates, to running outside, to hiking, and get a nice foundation. Don't feel the need to necessarily, when you are at a place where you are moving forward and you have direction and you're not bringing the past into the future with you. You're taking the wisdom, you've got the wisdom, you don't need to push anything. You can just acknowledge, yeah, I am different and I'm moving forward in the person that I know who I am now with confidence without having to prove anything to anyone else. And I'm going to step forward in my truth, in my clarity. I'm not going to let people that are too direct, angry, bullyish, self-entitled, or anything like that with their sharp words, I'm not going to let that bother me. I am going to, as Brene Brown, I was listening to something of hers and it was like, just be silent and cut them off silently. To have the grace within yourself, that's real confidence. When you are at a place where your nervous system isn't so friggin' triggered by everything, right? That you can stand with poise. And I really believe that here, listening to this, you are ready to accept that about yourself. Even if you did it yesterday, even if you lost it yesterday, forget about that. Today, right here, right now, you have the grace, the self-confidence, and you can make the decision to to trust yourself and to know that you can quietly just not give in to other people's pressure and not give in to their lack of self-worth by reacting and giving them that pop that they need by reacting to them. So have a new adventure. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm Kristen. I adore you. I thank you for coming to watch this here with me today. These readings are here for you whenever you need them, and I hope that you come back often. And we will say goodbye.